In ultraviolet light, a technician purifies the very essence of life. Scientists have acquired profound new abilities. They can read the secret code of life and change its genetic structure. The greatest of mysteries may soon be solved. We could discover how a human being develops from a single egg. We might even find out what causes life. In a laboratory in San Francisco, 7 scientists have joined forces on a fantastic quest. They are seeking to penetrate the mysteries of life. They can take the stuff of life out of cells, dissect it in a test tube, and begin unlocking its deepest secrets. Beyond the outer planets of our solar system, space curves off into the vast abyss of the universe. Scientists believe our universe exploded into being some 15 billion years ago. It formed countless galaxies of 100 billion stars. On our planet, life developed over 3 billion years. It evolved from simple virus-like particles to plants, animals, and the incredibly complex organism that is man. Since the dawn of history, people have wondered, what is the essence of life? Several hundred years ago, pioneers with microscopes discovered the basic building block of life, the cell. Cells are the primary unit of life. 100 trillion cells comprise a human being. Billions of muscle cells, skin cells, nerve cells, and blood cells, all working together to orchestrate our every movement. The most remarkable ability of the cell is its capacity to grow and divide. Fertilized egg cells begin the process of development that in 21 days will culminate in the birth of baby mice. What marvelous control system governs this miracle of growth? What mysterious forces cause the development of a heart? Since the early 1950s, the science of biology has undergone a revolutionary change. Scientists have begun to unravel the innermost secrets of the cell. Within each cell are tiny structures called chromosomes. They contain the information cells need to live and grow. Just before cells divide, these chromosomes copy themselves exactly. They transmit the blueprint of life from generation to generation. The chromosomes are composed of thousands of incredibly small units called genes. The genes order the cell to make molecules which are vital to life. Genes are made of a molecule called DNA. Its twisted strands store the genetic information in a simple code. DNA is composed of only 4 chemical units, endlessly repeated in various combinations. The magic of DNA is how these simple units determine all the forms of life we know. The wonder of DNA is most obvious in the phenomenal likeness of identical twins. Each girl has inherited precisely the same set of genetic instructions. They are what they are because of some 100,000 genes written in the language of DNA. So incredibly precise is this genetic code that Lisa and Ingrid are alike down to their freckles and the tiny nicks on their ears. As scientists expand their knowledge of the code of life, it is becoming easier to change life, to alter its genetic structure. Chromosomes, genes, and DNA are tiny chunks of matter. They can be engineered, cut up, and rearranged in endless combinations. The technology can be developed. Some of it already exists. In dealing with human life, biologists are much more limited. Once a child is born, its genetic structure is fixed, unchangeable. If the genetic instructions are faulty, little can be done. The result could be a crippling disease. It is possible, however, to detect some genetic defects during pregnancy. Because her risk increases with age, this woman has decided to have a test. An obstetrician withdraws some fluid from the sac surrounding the growing fetus. In the fluid are a few of its cells. The cells are added to a nutrient broth in which they can live and grow. Placed in an incubator, the cells multiply until there are enough for the test. A technician searches for cells in which the chromosomes are easy to see. She checks the size and shape of each one. In this case, the chromosomes looked perfectly normal. However, when the genetic structure of healthy cells is damaged, the result may be cancer. Normal genes switch off, while malignant genes switch on. Renegade cells grow out of control. They invade the tissues around them and form tumors. The fast-growing tumor on this mouse's back will rapidly kill it. At the Lawrence Livermore lab, some of the tumor cells are removed. Their DNA is stained with a special dye. When the blue laser beam hits the DNA, it causes tiny flashes of light. These flashes are detected electronically. Their pattern is typical of cancer cells, which have more DNA than normal cells. The scientists have another extremely sensitive way to check chromosomes. An electronic scanner hooked up to a computer forms pictures which show the precise amount of DNA in each chromosome. So exact is this system that it tells the difference between chromosomes inherited from the mother and those from the father. With such computerized technology, we begin our journey into advanced genetic research.